Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason here at Signature Sports, and a pleasure it is to have you here live and in charge. Back with Tuesday Night Racing right here on the platform for esports, sim racing, and pretty much everything gaming out there. Signature Esports live on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. How's everybody doing out there? Going to see a new look today for our platform. A great day to be a part of, well, I should say everything that we do. Constantly evolving, constantly growing, constantly figuring out exactly where our craft can improve. And I tell you what, I feel like I've done so it's going to look, I think it's going to look a lot different. It's going to look a little bit better. It's going to be a ton of fun. Speaking of a ton of fun, this field is huge. It's huge. First race of the second season for Chop Shop iRacing League's Truck Series. And I tell you what, we are 30-plus drivers. Currently, looks like 32 registered for today's race. That is, it's going to be a big field. And, of course, we're running a great track for the first one. Heavy on the braking zones, slow in the corners, fast straightaways, and a very flat track. If you can't tell, Nashville Superspeedway is the track today as our iRacing call to action comes to you live here. 1.3 mile length track, very flat surface, track temperature very hot, and that is the way it's been across NASCAR, across the iRacing platform, across the eNASCAR series. It is going to be blistering. Tire wear is huge at this racetrack, especially when it comes to, well, let's just face it. This track does have all of the movement that you could ever ask for, but it's very tough to pass. Again, 123-degree track temperature is going to play a big factor. Tire wear is going to be huge. 85 degrees on the air temperature, 10% humidity, partly cloudy skies, 2-mile-an-hour winds. Not going to be really a big factor here. 150 laps for the drivers, 100% fuel is the fuel load today, as they're going to run stages at 40, 80, and 150. They'll be able to make the stage, each stage, come down, take fuel, but don't count out a driver or two being a lap down because of how this track drives. It is going to be a big proponent when it comes to how these races are going to be. 4 sets of tires means they're going to have 1 on, 3 in the pits, and that is the race information. How's everybody doing out there? Good to see you all back out there once again. Love seeing iRacing being the platform that everybody is choosing for their sim racing experience. If you haven't done so, go to iracing.com and check out more of that hot, spicy on-track action, especially when it comes to being able to drive in these leagues. Get yourself televised, not just by myself, but other commentators are out there doing a great job at finding their racecraft and having a good time. Track Racer, a part of the platform here at Chop Shop Racing Leagues. Links in the description for all the folks that are involved in that as well. Track Racer, to find your gaming at Track Racer, go to trackracer.com and use Chop Shop to help out the league and all that they do. Get a promo, get a little discount, have some fun with that. On top of all that, Admin Box, you're going to be able to use Chop Shop there as well. Admin Box with 2axes.com. Best race control feat you can ever ask for, and that would be your Chop Shop Racing Admin Box setup. Get yourself one of those race control boxes. Not only that, you can use it for race control, but you can also use it as a button box. Set yourself up, get yourself an extra incentive to be able to be right there in the mix with having full control over your race, your league races. Not only your league races, but heck, I mean, you got league races, you've got your personal setups whenever you're inside your vehicle. You can use all of that right there as well. Go to adminbox2xs.com and check out what they have today. ShopShopIRacing.com. We'll be back sometime this week. They're working on the website, but that is a website you could be able to get a hold of these folks as well. But they do have a Discord link. I did go ahead and put that in the description on Facebook and YouTube. You'll be able to check that out. Go to the Discord if you want to join one of their leagues. They've got several leagues starting up. They've got a couple of leagues finishing out their season. So they are always moving and grooving. Go check them out over there for me. Thompson, Brian Millerman giving us a follow out there. Of course, John giving us a holly, giving us a like as well. Much love to everybody. Hopefully you're all having a wonderful, wonderful evening. Thank you to everybody watching on Twitch and on YouTube. If you haven't done so, free way to support reach up, hit that like button for me, and that will be the best ever, the best thing you could ever do. Give us a like. Share out all that information. Let everybody know that you're watching this, and cheer on your favorite drivers. If you haven't done so, please do that now as they get ready to go. Time for some hydrates. We're going to make sure we keep these drivers on. We're going to talk to our featured driver of today's race, and that will be Mark Morton. We'll talk to him right after qualifying as they finish up practice here in the next 3 minutes. I'll leave it on for you. I'll be right back in just a moment. Big good luck to Jerry out there. Good to see you all again. I know they're all out there qualifying right now. We're going to let them finish that up as drivers get ready for the first pole position to be grabbed here in today's race. And it's going to be quite the entertaining factor. Joe giving us a like. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody being out there. You're all amazing. All killer. All the fun stuff. All the great things. You know, it is likely that we'll see some cautions today. It is also likely we may see a first-time winner in the Chop Shop Racing Series. But then again, we could see somebody new, somebody different. I got my eye on Aaron Smith. If you don't know who Aaron Smith is, well, Aaron Smith is, he's been in a couple of series we've called in the past. He is fast. So keep your eye on him. Grijalva's fast today. Hartung's going to be fast today. There's a lot of drivers that are looking for that fast race pace, and it's going to be a ton of fun to see. The best part about having Nashville up first is it's not your typical racetrack. Not only is it not your typical racetrack, it bodes well to those who can save tires, and that's going to be a big factor today. Saving tires. It is a huge proponent for the series, for the leagues. Saving tires is massive when it comes to the race pace, and just fuel is one thing. Saving tires is another. That's gonna be huge. So we'll see what these drivers are gonna be able to do. Sam Benson back at the mix. He's back out there running. Cam Dario is out there. He's a long run race pace driver as well. Coulter's gonna be a good proponent. John Hammond, Stryker, all drivers back at the mix. Brad Dove, Mark Odell, a lot of familiar names and a whole lot of new ones out there as well. So it's gonna be awesome. We got some drivers out there that might be related. Coblentz is going to be, I think it's Daniel and Leroy. I might actually have to make sure I get their name right, because I hate messing up names. So those who do know, I'm a proponent for doing that. So we'll try to make sure that we get everybody's name right, and if we don't, well then I'll make sure to I'll make sure to ask, or they'll definitely, if they go back and rewatch this, they'll be able to correct me, which is cool. I don't mind. But I think it's Coblentz. So Coblentz. I think that's what's going to be Coblentz. If I say it fast, it might be just their number for a time being. It's all good. Brandon Bledsoe back out there. Jerry Culver's running tonight. There's a lot of drivers out there ready to rock and roll. And the starting grid about to pick up. One of the big things that you definitely want to make sure that you pay attention to is exactly who's going to be doing. So I do apologize about the starting grid being backwards. It's not supposed to be that way. That's part of what I fixed yesterday. But hey, you know what? It's okay. So the right side of your screen is the inside road. The left side of your screen is the outside. Apologies. Sam Benson's going to be your pole sitter. Grijalva will be your outside pole sitter. Colby Hartung and Ed Perry going to make up row number 2. Daniel Dow, John Ross is going to make up row number 3. Nathan Bigger, John Hammond, row number 4. Coulter Jr. is going to have Stryker to his outside row number 5. Row 6 will be Cam Dario and Mark Morton, our featured driver of today's race. Down the starting grid we go. Row 7 is going to be Mark Redkin, Mark Odell, Brad Dove, Robert Hamill make up row number 8. Greg Whitehead, Jerry Culver make up row 9. Row 10 is going to be Brandon Bledsoe, Anthony Shook, Daniel and Leroy going to start side by side. Row 11. Craig Schroeder is going to have Carlton Henry to his outside row 12. Row 13 will be Isaac Balsamo, Christopher Campbell. Row 14, Roscoe is going to have Joseph Thompson to his outside. Donnie is going to have Robert Church in row number 15 to his outside. Aaron Smith, Chris Roberge, Michael Caffrey, David Asuda. That'll be your drivers for today's race. Biggest mover of the race is going to get some bonus points. It's going to be a ton of fun to watch. It's going to be a ton of fun to remember this race. It's part of the big deal here as we get ready to start rocking it and rolling for today's race. Joining me at the booth, though, is going to be Mark Morton. He's going to be the guy that you're going to hear a lot from today. He's going to be also the guy that's going to be our featured driver of today's race. He is driving that Beautiful looking Chevy. I know that we're on pit road. We're gridding up right now. Tell me about yourself, Mark. You're an A-class driver, 1526 I rating. You got 31 wins, 105 top fives, and 1,641 laps led. You're starting 12th, outside row. What do you got to do?
Be slow, be patient. It's a new league for me. Glad to be here, but I'm just got to be smooth around these new guys because I may run different than how they run, and vice versa. Me and my buddies, we've just been running some laps, just practicing and doing. Hopefully, this thing will be going green because I feel like we got a good long green flag car. Yeah, again, glad to be here.
Now, this one is all about tire wear and getting your ducks in a row. What do you have to do to maintain a pace? That's going to be the biggest thing here is maintaining a pace. What do you got to do there to kind of figure out where that fine line of pushing too hard and burning your stuff up is?
I guess kind of seeing how see how everybody else runs. If people are in front of me are pulling away, the guys behind me catch me. Let me try to speed up a little bit. But who knows? Hopefully I'll be passing cars instead of getting past.
Like to hear it, man. Well, good luck on your race. Have fun.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Mark Morton going green flag racing for the first laps here at Nashville Superspeedway, and they are running. Sam Benson out front, and they are digging. We'll ride along board here for just a moment, see what the 52 is going to be able to do. Give him an opportunity to get himself checked in, move him back to where he was at, and let him rock and roll. Drivers patient early. Sam Benson rolling the corner. A lot of moving parts here on the first laps. Caution comes out for the first time. Ed Perry involved. Looks like it happened in the back. I'll have to take a look and see what happened as some of the drivers getting collected early. Sammy Benson out front. First caution of the race happens. And looks like we're going to have a couple of drivers out. No fast repairs for the series. And we know that this can be devastating. Chris Robert's getting a nice stop here. But this happened in front of him. And this looked like it was Ed Perry involved. Chris Schroeder's going to be involved as well. Greg Whitehead, drivers having a stop here, making sure they're getting things going. Now that's part of this one. As drivers go, let's take a look. Here's Mark Retkin right there. Oh, 99. Oof. 99 involved in that. We're going to have to rewind this one. We'll go to the far chase view. This is part of the allure. This is the top 4, top 5 drivers. 1 to the inside, 1 to the outside. So here's what happened with Grijalva. 01 there. Ooh, little net code. Ed Perry, drivers just up and over. And a big one here as the 47 gets hit, the 3 gets hit, 54. A lot of drivers collected back there. Looks like the 7 of Roscoe is getting involved as well. Not a great start for lap 1, but this is that 1.3 mile track, and it can become a heartbreak situation really, really quickly. We're going to see a lot of drivers on pit road. The one part of that, Cam Dario is on pit road as well. Mark Retkin down on pit lane getting some things worked on. Mark Odell in the 9 getting worked on. Greg Whitehead is going to be there in that 27 spot. Brandon Bledsoe, Craig Schrader, and some of the other drivers. Now let's take a look. Our number 52 went up to 6th there. So he's doing all right. He's doing all right. All gave some gave all. Running the United States Army paint scheme. And a big hoo to you out there. Old Ironside. Yeah. I like that. Now, of course, that was part of the 80 Deuce, so we won't hold anything against him. Nah, I'm totally kidding. Drivers coming off pit road, reassuming the race line here again. Top 10 in points going to be a big factor. Most laps led going to be a factor here as well. And then the rest of the drivers looking on there to the tail end. 29 drivers back out there. Brandon Bledsoe still getting work done for the 47. Craig Schrader right there in the 54 has a blown engine. Balsamo in the number 10. His truck looks. Oh, he does. He has the Wood Brothers paint scheme. He's get some things looked at there. Grijalva on pit road. Ed Perry had to bounce out of the race. So Sammy Benson rolling. Dark Horizon Fishing give you all your cautions each and every week. And go to facebook.com/Dark Horizon Fishing or check the links in the description to be able to see what's going on with our good friend Rich Holland. He's got some trips he'd like to book with you, and he is filled up fast. Make sure you get over there and get yourself one of those fantastic guided fishing tours in the Chesapeake Bay area, James River area. If you're over there in Virginia, he will take you out and show you a good time. Can't guarantee you'll catch anything, but he can show you a thing or two about a thing or two. But then again, he is going out there to try to catch some fish, so that's a big story. Sam Benson leads him back around. Colby Hartung, Daniel Dow, Nathan Biggert, John Ross, Mark Morton. That'll be your top 3 rows on the restart. As Fords bang up the inside. Chevy's on the outside through the first 3 rows. Here is lap 5 of 150 for the drivers being completed. The drivers have run a lot of Chevys in today's field, a couple of Toyotas. Devin Asuda, one of the lone Toyotas out there. And there's Cam Dario. He's back out there. He got some of his truck worked on. So we'll see what happens here as the drivers continue to pace around. As our first caution finishes up here. Sam Benson, Colby Hartung on the front row. Ford, Chevy, Ford, Chevy, Ford, Chevy. Pace car is going to dive in. And as we do it, time for some patience. A little full send action coming at you. 3, 2, 1. Send it. Good restart for Sam Benson here as they continue to work. Daniel Dow to the inside. He's going to make short work of turn 1. It's going to be right behind Colby Hartung. 0-1 and Nathan Biggert right behind. Biggert pulling the red for Iracing 21 in action here. Drivers still making things happen as they continue to work. John Ross right there, the 44. Got some practice in yesterday. Was able to feature him in the new intro for the Chop Shop Racing Truck Series. Loud and proud trucks. These trucks sound magnificent around here. As we ride along, Sam Benson, fast lapper of the race, 32.17 high on the wall, down the back straightaway. Carries that massive speed. And there's your dashboard, what he's got into the corner. Trying to hold on to it. 138 on the exit. And watch that line. A huge run of speed. All about angles. Going to keep the tires above the yellow line. I believe the yellow line's an out-of-bounds zone here. I'm pretty sure NASCAR runs that the same way. I'm not quite sure. I've seen officials run with drivers to the bottom side. But that is your race pace. Let's go back to Robert Ham here in the 69. He's got Terry Culver in front of him. Sights set on that driver. Continue to move down that back straightaway into turn 3. Again, we're going to lap 40 for the first stage for the drivers as they dig into the corner battle box on for you. Ham and Culver side by side. Culver's going to lead on the outside. Jerry was very tough to pass in the practice yesterday as the A-class driver digs up 9 spots so far. Biggest mover of the race looks to be Aaron Smith here. And don't count out the 5800 I-rated driver. He is ready to go, and he is fast everywhere he goes. Christopher Campbell in front of him, a little 68 action, giving himself a good look at his race pace. B-class driver, 1166 on the I-rating. Aaron, fast everywhere he goes. And I will promise you this guy will be a contender at some point in this, not just in this race, but he'll be a contender at some point in this series. Big runs, big speed, and a whole lot of fun. Here is the Kool-Aid man right behind Robert Church. Mr. Church, big fan of Petty. Not only a big fan of Mr. Petty, and his driver photo has Richard Petty on there as well as he continues to go. Ricky giving us a like. Mr. Ricky, good to see you. Good to see everybody. Hope everybody's having a great day. I believe everybody should be having a great day. I hope everybody is at least. Good to see you all out there for the duration of this race. Hope you like the new setup, the new overlays, everything looking pretty darn fantastic. Check on board with Michael Strickland here, the number 88. Giving himself a run here. Again, having to have that long run race pace on board the cockpit. As you see, the drivers taking a different line. A lot of drivers late exit or late entrance into the corner, being able to run up that race line. 12 of 150 being completed. And these 30-second laps, the fall off is going to be quite a bit. We're going to see 2 or 3 second fall offs here for a lot of the drivers because of how the tire wear is. Carlton Henry back here. He's going to be in 15th, up 9 so far. He's got the drive board on lock. The DC Shoe Con, or DC Shoe Co. USA. I can speak today, I promise. Following a line of Aaron Smith in front of him. John Hammond, 2469 on the iRating. This is one. Actually, he's lost 9, but he is on his way forward. Coulter Jr. had a little bit of that nose of that truck worked on, so he's going to be in 22nd right now. Still trying to make some things happen. Driver still rolling. Brad Dove here in the 25, running the Dove Farms LLC Chop Shop Racing truck. Giving himself a solid 24th at the time being. Aaron Smith getting around Leroy. Leroy battling hard on the outside, but still working on it. A little graybeard action on the back of that. I do enjoy Colby Hartong making the pass for the lead on Sam Benson, the 3,800 I-rated driver, getting around Sammy for just the time being, but don't count out Sammy. Sammy strong with the force. Mark Odell going around Greg Whitehead and moving forward. There's the 9. Still with some of that nose damage. A lot of these trucks seeing that damage procrue. Some of this race line having to determine exactly what they're going to be doing. Right now, good battle with the 9. There's the 10 of Isaac Balsamo back into the mix. He's ready to rock and roll. iRacing giving you all the action today. And Isaac just trying to get some more points. Kobe Hartog, 4/10 of a second difference here. Daniel Dow pokes his head in there. Fords make up 3 of the top 5 positions as they continue to go. Hartung, Benson, Dow, Ross, Biggert, that'll be your drivers right up front as they continue to work. Robert Hammond, the 69, is going to be up 7. He's moving forward. Donnie in the 2. Here's a driver that we don't get to talk about a lot. Take that back and talk about him all the time because he's an amazing guy. Right now, the 2 under fire from the 70. 70 trying to be not only the biggest mover of the race, get himself some action. Oh, Robert Church having an issue. And right now, second caution of the race comes out. And on lap 17, we had some good green flag racing going on there. Anybody's going to be trying to come in for stage points. You're going to be coming in for Robert Church on the high side. 45 to the 45 down on the bottom. Gets into the 5. 5 goes sideways up the racetrack as drivers try to make some things happen. I think that was just an oops. More time here. A little far chase on this one. Oop. TV3, actually. Let me stop that right there. So the 45 had the bottom side here. Let me take a look. Far chase for Robert Church. 45 goes to drop into the corner. Let's see if he lifts up. 5 on the high side. 45 to the bottom side. 45 drops in. Ooh, does he just hits the bottom of the apron, comes up, gets to the 5. 5 goes sideways, and that'll be your caution. Devin, not meaning to, says, I didn't mean to, I'm so sorry. You know. Drivers coming in, maybe top it off on fuel. This might be an opportunity for any of the drivers to be able to get one over on somebody. Lucky Dog's going to be, I believe, Isaac Balsamo. He's going to be able to get a lap or 2 back. Actually, he should get a lap back, so Isaac's going to go to the high side. Come around, he might be able to come in and get some more of that damage taken care of as well. He's just got to get around the field here. So Isaac Balsamo coming around. And he will be your lucky dog. May have to go to display capture, folks. There we go. Well, you can see the stuff. There we are. All right. Robert Church comes in. He hits pit road. He's going to be coming off of pit road now. Able to get a lot of his car. I don't know if he took tires, got a lot of car fixed. Maybe just had 15 or 16 seconds taken care of there. We shall see. As the third caution gives you a look there. Craig having to jump to pits here. Here's a look at what happened to Craig. I think he blew his engine, 54. Yeah, he did. Unfortunate circumstances for the first race of the season, but be able to make the next one. It'll be back. Speaking of the next one, next Truck Series race coming up here very soon. Should be. I had the schedule pulled up here. Pulled up for you, folks. Iowa Speedway, that'll be next Tuesday. That'll be right before everything. Apparently giving us a like. Thank you very much. Good luck to all the racers. Let's go, Striker. Hello, she says. Hand pink waving. Jeff Leiden, how you doing? Cool dog, how's it going? It's going well, thank you. Sam, surprised when you saw who did it. Yeah, it was there. Love the trucks, says my three sons. Much love. Go Army. Good luck to Coulter and all them. They will be able to do it. It'll be good things. All good things. Good settle in for the first race of the season. Good to see everybody out there. Much love to you. Speaking of much love, let's go check on the man of the hour here for the time being. See what he's got going on, because this is a big thing happening here. Mark Morton back at it again. I tell you what. Okay, so now we've gotten a couple of cautions out of the way. We've gotten a couple of different race lines figured out. What do you got going forward, my man?
Thankfully, some of my driving skills were managed to dodge that first one. That way, I can still be here with you on this lovely race day. But I feel like people are starting to smooth out a little bit. People are giving rather than taking. But this track is definitely a little difficult sometimes to handle. I'm being patient, trying to get around Nathan. He's a good driver. He's trying to battle in for fifth place, but I'm still trying to be smooth with it, and I'd rather make friends rather than enemies this beginning early in the season.
At least this early, get yourself a team set up. Mark, congratulations on being a driver spotlight today. Where are you from? Tell everybody where you're from real quick.
I live in Cartersville, Georgia, and I appreciate you allowing me to be the first one of the season to be the driver spotlight, and hopefully I can do many more.
I'd love to see it, my man. I'm going to move you back to a racer. Good luck.
Appreciate it.
There he goes. On board. We're ready to rock and roll once again. And he is going to dig. Let's watch on board. Let's go to his cockpit view here and see what the restart's going to be like for him. Ross in front of him. Restarts on the outside. Moves up to fifth already. He's going to be able to drop into the corner. Gets himself around Nathan Biggett here in the 01. And so tire difference for some drivers back there, but we'll see. They rack and tacked and stuck them back all together again. As Mark rolls into the corner, drivers try to be patient. And there's a look to the inside. That's what we're seeing out of Mark. And he's talked about being patient here. That's exactly what he's doing. Go back to that main screen for you so we can let him be at it. Hartung, Benson, Dow, Ross, Morton, top five as Stryker sticks up there. Anthony Shook's going to be in eighth right now. That number 4 truck looking pretty darn fantastic. Got a whole lot of throwback going on there. A little fluff. Does that say Fluff God or Fluff Good? I can't say Fluff God, Godd. Love it. That's definitely a thing. Pack racing right back here. Single file inside the top 8. Right now, a little pack racing going on right now as Aaron Smith tries to work his way forward up 22 spots. Reminder, the biggest mover of the race here gets a bonus point, as well as some big kudos here. Race winner's going to get a fancy little sticker on their truck. That's a good thing that they can have. There's a double lot of Daniel here trying to work that corner. He's got a great race line going on. 0 here. As John Hammond right behind Hammond, able to make up some of the spots he was down. He was down 9 early on. And now back up to 11th. He is off 3 from the start of the race. Hartung, your race leader, outstretching his hand. Half a second. Sam Benson moving forward. Daniel Dow in third. As Ford still make up second, third, and fourth right now. As John Ross holds on. Stryker trying to track down the 52. There's Mark Morton here in that 5 spot. Able to get around Nathan Biggert. Biggert here falls back to where he started in 7th. And a good look going forward. Coulter Jr. back up into the mix. He made it back up to 16th. He's off 7 from the start of the race, but able to get that truck worked on, and now able to drive forward 80 of Jerry Culver right behind him. I was looking at the MCI Graphics truck earlier, or yesterday in the practice, and I was like, that's a pretty darn good-looking truck. Brad Dove to the inside, trying to clear the 2. Long to the bottom side. Donnie having to hold on the outside as they're side-by-side. A little wall tap from the driver back there. Bears moving forward as well. There's that Canadian good friend. We got drivers from all over the United States, but also in a couple of different countries. Sam Benson off track. Something happened to Sam. Sam rejoined the racetrack here. Here's a look at what happened here. I think he tapped the wall. He did. He tapped the wall. And he's going to get himself back out there. We'll go back to live here. He is Oh, man, and they're going around. And I missed that. Ooh, Sam reassuming the race line here, and he's got some fast drivers around him. Sam smacked the wall, comes back off of this. Let's go far chase and see what happened. Drivers carrying extra speed. As Sam rejoins the racetrack right here. Racing surface, gets back up, rolls the corner, was back up on the line here. He's still free, still trying to work forward. And 25 there. Oh, and they're checking up. And then Donnie gets into the back of Coulter here. There's Michael Coulter. Here's what happened. They're checking up here. As Donnie had a huge run off that pace and with a slow car down low. Watch this here. We're going to slow it down. Actually, we're going to speed it up. We're going to slow it down. You see the 6 down on the bottom, and they're just trying to keep themselves. Oh, the 1 taps the 69. That checks the 1 up. The 2 into the 1. And then from there, 1 into the 6. Let's watch it. 2 gets him. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Another 6 drivers involved in that one. It's Coblin's in the 42. The wrecked truck. 5 of Robert Church down here as well, trying to get himself collected. And then we back out there trying to do what they can. 6 is Sam Benson on pit road. And your pole sitter was a great start here. Getting the truck worked on as drivers go back around. Colby Hartung's going to be your race leader right now as drivers get back in action. Big no, yes. But Coulter's getting worked on. He's back down pit road. He's going to get worked on. Uncheck those tires. Make sure things are good to go. Don't deal with those tires. Run if they had to use a set of tires, they could run basically both segments with both segments without that. We're completing lap 29 right now as the drivers pace around. Completing lap 30. You've got 29 complete, so we'll see what they're going to be able to do. Now, Coulter did get some damage here, but it didn't seem like it was all that much. As Marco Dell will be your lucky dog here. He's going to get back up to the race pace and get himself back around here. So Cam's on pit road, getting more taken care of. Robert Church coming off pit road. He's going to be taking care of his truck. Mark Redkin on pit road as well. There's our Jefferson City neighbor up to our north, Greg Whitehead in the 3, getting more of that truck worked on. He did well to get himself in and out of there. So we'll see what happens here to Greg and see where these drivers are going to be. There is Colby Hartung of the pace car. Drivers have to leave pit road to be able to keep himself on the same lap. There's Isaac Balsamo here, who's still looking for another lap or two. But right now, a couple of drivers a lap or so down. Isaac going around a couple of drivers. Now Roscoe's going to be on pit road here, making things happen. And James giving us a like. What do you say, my friend? What you say? Big old like and share. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you very much. Thank you to all the chatters out there. By the way, it's Alex, the one that chats with you. Yeah, I know. I recognize your name, brother. AJ, how you doing, man? Folks, I don't know if you've seen it. What do you think of the old new left side of your screen? I am going to move that down so we can still see what drivers' laps are on. I think that is the only thing that I need to make sure that I do. So I want to be able to see what laps are, so I'll have to do that afterwards. Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. I hope you're having a fantastic... How's work doing for you, man? Oh, here we go. It'd be lights off this time, I do believe. We'll be one to go. Here it is. That like and share button. James is was my first follower, folks. The Mandarood Racing legend. He also has a stream he does when he is home. He works on the rigs. He comes home. He relaxes by getting out there and entertaining you fine folks. Go check him out. Mandarood Racing on Facebook. He is awesome. Go give him a sub for me. Follow him. Do what you got to do. Support that guy. He is awesome. You're bored by yourself. Nothing to do. Just want to watch some racing. Well, you keep chatting, man. I don't mind it. Going home tomorrow. That means I get to watch you get out there and stream. One of my favorite things about iRacing is the fact that they have some of these static cams in here, and we've done ourselves some justice to be able to modify a few of them to be able to do some great things. So when these drivers get up and rolling here, folks, we're going to be doing our little Sounds of iRacing segment where you get to listen to the roar of the crowd and the roar of these engines. Huge, huge, huge. Drivers coming around 3 and 4. Coming up to start restart zone. They're ready. Green flag. Hashtag full send. That's exactly what they're doing. Five laps to go in stage one as the drivers work on the action here. And a whole lot happening, that's for darn sure. There's the 4 of Anthony Shook trying to catch up. Up 26 is Aaron Smith. Right behind the 44 of John Ross as they dig. Right now, Stryker in second, trying to put some moves on. 37 of 150 being completed as the drivers work. You fell asleep when you got home, work and missed the race, Dave. That sucks, man. I hate to hear that. But I tell you what, it's all good, man. Next one's at Iowa. We're going to have some short track racing coming up. It's going to be a ton of fun. Brad Dove inside the top 10. Robert's trying to apply some pressure here as he's got Hammond and everybody else working forward. Christopher Campbell up 13. Caffrey's up 19. There's my Australian friend from Perth, Australia. Across the big pond. Doing a great job of maintaining some pace. 38 being completed as we speak. Kobe Hartung right now a quarter-second lead over Stryker. Michael Strickland here, 33, 41 with the I rating. Trying to move. John Hammond needs a few more points here. Trying to get a couple of more spots before this happens. And Mark Morton right there in front of him. 2 to go in stage 1. Lap 39 being completed. Stage is going to end on at the completion of lap 40. And then no doubt some drivers looking for some tires, looking for some pace, looking for some good fun. Culver trying to snap that top 10, but going to fall a little short here. There's the 00 Daniel Koblentz there to the inside. Koblentz trying to get to the bottom and clear, but 80 delivers on the outside. Kobe Hartung out front. White flag for the drivers here on the stage as we see huge runs into the corner right now. There goes Nathan Biggert back to the front. Saved a little bit of tire. Now working on trying to get that second spot away. That's 0.4 of a second difference between Kobe Hartung and Michael Strickland. Final 2 turns for stage 1. Kobe Hartung digging around. Gonna be just fine. Smooth sailing. Kobe Hartung knocking out stage 1. Top 10, Hartung, Strickland, Biggert, Smith, Ross, Morton, Hammond, Brad Dove, Chris Roberts, and Anthony Shook. That'll be your top 10 for the stage. As the third one counts for the race. And Kobe Hartung in a full send kind of moment. Hit that subscribe button for the button to help me improve the broadcast. Absolutely. Hey, I've been trying to improve. Look at this. Look at the stream. Looks better. I've been working on the overlays. I've been working on everything to be top notch. I wiped my computer, started from scratch, and here I am back here working. Isaac Balsamo will be your lucky dog here, folks. Once they catch back up to the field. Long way to go around this racetrack, and so he's going to be 2 laps down coming up here in just a moment, so he'll be able to get that chance taken care of. Just got to work their pace and do what they got to do. Stream is on. Thank you, David. Appreciate you. You'll be there with a faster CPU and motherboard, maybe a faster truck. Hey, you know what? It matters. I'm gonna say it matters. Some drivers staying out here can be a good or a bad thing. We'll see. Osama gets the lucky dog here. John Hammond stays out. Kobe Hartung on pit road here, doing what he's got to do. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody out there. Much love to you. Aaron Smith, a great pit stop there. He's going to pick up a spot to Michael Strickland here. I do believe either that or they'll go side by side for a moment. It will pace around Hammond, Caffrey, Church, Odell, Brad Dove staying on. Kobe Hartung. It's going to be that guy. Let's do ourselves some justice and talk to the man himself. Stage 1 winner, Colby Hartung, doing a phenomenal job here. Tell me about this race line. Tell me about this race, this truck. It's a fast truck. You have to be patient here, but you got some drivers moving up real fast. You got the likes of Aaron Smith back there, who's absolutely fast. Walk me through that stage and what you need to do to back-to-back this.
Save tires. This thing is very, very tight. It is just a saving game from now on. Whoever could save their tires best is going to win this race.
Second stage coming up. You're going to run 35 laps, and you got a couple of drivers who stayed out. What do you got to do here to try to be impactful in that moment?
Just track position means a lot here. So I'm hoping to. I think 2 stayed out here, so I'm hoping to get by them quick and keep that first place and stay there. So that's basically my approach right now: save tires and keep track position.
Colby, good luck on your restart here. I know you guys get ready to go. I'll let you get collected. Congratulations on a stage win. And hopefully he's going to be back in and out. Hopefully he didn't drop there. Uh-oh. Did he drop from Discord? Don't drop. I moved him. No. Hopefully he's going to be able to get back in Discord there. Don't know what happened. Stryker was second. Stryker doing a phenomenal job. Mark Morton had himself a top 10 there for the stage, doing a phenomenal job of being great and getting himself some extra work. Let's check in. He's got some dogs. I don't know if you saw him, but the guy has himself some wonderful pups. One's laying on the bed. The other one was in his lap there before the start of the race. So we love ourselves some pups. We love ourselves some dogs. And that's the first time I've done that, folks, talking to the stage winner. I'm going to try to do that a lot more, too. But there's Mark Morton on board the onboard cam, giving us a good look at what it needs to be. He's been consistent, so he's ran pretty much right where he was. He's up 3 spots, though, from the start of the race and ran there inside the top 5 for a little while. Finished 6th in the stage, so he's going to be doing just fine as they continue to get ready to go. Second stage about to begin, and it's about that time for a full send. Send the drivers off in style. Little iRacing action, iRacing.com for all of that. Robert Church taking them to the start-finish line. He's going to be there he's going to be able to go on the restart zone. There is Robert Church, Brad Dove on the outside, and the Dove Farms LLC Chevy. 2 Chevys making up the front row. They got to be careful. Tire wear's huge. Green flag waves. 3 cautions for incident, 1 for stage. Hartung going to have to work smart here to be able to get himself in that pickle, out of that pickle he has. And right now, the drivers with a few less tires, you're going to see Aaron Smith to the bottom side. These 2 holding up the front line. There's brand new tires. Aaron Smith to the bottom side. Hartung to the bottom of the 5. 3 wide into the corner. 14 to the outside. Colby Hartung on the high side. Brad Dove stuck in the middle. Hartung, Smith. Hartung to the line. Smith leads that lap. Third lead change of the race as Colby Hartung runs the outside. Aaron Smith to the bottom side. It's been fast all race long. We'll see what he can do. Dirty Air soaks these trucks up like crazy, and we'll see, because Aaron Smith is fast. He's one of those drivers that, you guys have known the name Andrew Payne. Well, if you've known anything about anything I've ever called, Aaron Smith is just as fast and can get out there and run some laps. Stryker to third. Stryker had good long-run race pace. Nathan Biggert found himself inside the top 3. John Ross in the 44, digging on the outside, trying to put a little bit more. Mark Morton back to 6th here as drivers start to move forward. Biggest mover of the race is Aaron Smith, but Roberts has the chance to knock that one out of the park. He is up 25 in 7th. Needs 4 more spots to be able to get himself that extra biggest mover of the race. Jerry Culver in the 80, taking a break off from another lead to come over and race. Runs the high side, 4 to the inside as they dig. Thank you to everybody tuning in today. Much love to you. After the stage break, I take a hydrate break. Your chance to do so. We'll throw it on exciting as the drivers level off. I'll be right back with you. Dave, John Hammond looks like a rookie. He looks shaky. Nah, not that. He's got a good dang all right ready. You have to show me a video later. Absolutely. Stage end comes at it, folks. Make sure you hydrate. I'll be right back. Good looking trucks out there so far as the drivers continue to move forward. There's Nathan Biggert here, who's still working on trying to track his way forward. Roberge, who was up to roughly about that top 10 spot, finds himself back to 14th here. 57 to 150 being completed. Stage break will be on lap 80. That'll be the second stage. Final stage will go to 150, and they'll have to have a green flag pit stop in there somewhere. Hartung out front, sharing a half-second lead here. See Carlton Henry on pit road, the 66. In the truck looked at here. Toby Hartung still leading. Battle going on back here between Whitehead and Odell. Odell still with some nose damage. See, there's battles going on all over the racetrack between all of the drivers. And somebody who can be reluctant for one, maybe even a caution right now, is Isaac Balsamo here. Isaac is 2 laps away from being on the lead lap right now and has an opportunity, one, to get a lucky dog, but also not only to get a lucky dog, but at the stage break, get another lap back. So if a caution comes out between now and the end of the stage, May be fortunate enough to get another lap back. Look at your drivers here as Hartung holds a 0.4 of a second lead over Aaron Smith. Smith, very, very, very fast driver. Here's your battle box between the two. 3,800 I rating for Colby Hartung, 5,800 for Aaron Smith, capping about a 2,000 I rating difference. And utilizing a little bit of the draft. Dirty Air can check the trucks up. These two doing a phenomenal job of trying to maintain their pace. A little lap traffic coming up for him here in just a little bit. 29 spots gained for the 70, and that's something to remember here. 70 working on his race pace and his race feature here. It's closing in about 0.3 of a second now. Look at the drive line, little low line approach here. Hartung doesn't run all the way to the bottom of the racetrack here. Flawless race so far for Colby Hartung. Trying not to show all of his cards too early. Said he needed to get out there and give himself a little extra pace. Well, that's what he's doing here. Wants to make sure to save some tires. And Aaron Smith, 0.3 of a second closing in. Strickland still playing devil's advocate back here. Nathan Biggert right behind him as the 52 of Mark Morton. Performing very well today. Top 5 night for him so far. As John Ross is going to be right behind him. Ross to Morton. Ross right where he started in 6th. As a top 5 truck as well. As you see the 52 trying to work over the 01 of Nathan Biggert. Nathan doing a phenomenal job of just trying to dictate his pace. Here's a look at what the difference between the two is over the course of the laps. Had at one point a 0.3, almost 0.4 of a second gap, and now has stretched it back down to about 0.3 of a second. So we'll see if he's going to be able to make that work. 52 backing up the corner here as they try to close in the pace to Stryker. Colby Hartung about to be under fire as well. Here's your race pace between the two drivers. Hartung 0.3, that lead. If you look at 57, the gap right there has been pretty well maintained, and then all of a sudden on lap 60, Hartung extended or shortened that up a little bit. But I'm sorry, Smith shortened that up a little bit right there. That short yellow bar you see right there, that was on lap 60. Lap 62, you see the difference there, 0.4 of a second, now starting to extend that out. The drivers work. They're going to work. Love to see it. Been a good race. So far, so good. 3 cautions for incident, 1 for the stage. If they can run this race green flag, they'll be just fine. Iowa will be coming up next week. This week as well, they got some good racing going on in the Chop Shop Racing Series. Friday in the Cup Series, going to be at Road America here on Signature Esports. Saturday, the Xfinity Series goes right here to Nashville. So we're going to see that. I'm sorry, not Nashville. They're going to be at Iowa this week. So we got a couple of Iowa tracks. We're going to get Nashville as well. It's going to be a ton of fun to watch. Platform for sim racing and all things esports and gaming right here, Signature Esports. Much love to everybody. Stryker, 1.9 second, 2 second difference now as Mark Morton still holds on to his race line. See Anthony Shook in the 4. He's playing catch up here. Some devil's advocate action. Robert Church jumping to pit road. Something happened to Robert here on 65. We'll take a look here. I think he might have just pulled off the racing surface. Something happened to the truck. So hopefully he jumped to pit road, so he's going to be trying to make some things happen. Let's talk about Daniel here in the double lot here. There's a little chipotle spiciness happening. Trying to track down Jerry Culver in front of him. He is up 11 spots. Devin Asuna is going to be up 23. He's moving forward as well. Roberts, who came in, did not take tires. Only took fuel. He's dropping back to 15. It's going to be up 17. Maybe saving some tires for later on. Culver in the 80 doing a great job today. 15:07 on the I rating for that driver. Trying to make some things happen. Team Watson Racing setups on the back. Dark Tempest Motorsports. Little little right side damage. Tell you what, the biggest battle we've seen going on is these two back here. The 3 and the 9 have been going at it here. I've been watching the relative here. These two have been passing each other back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And right now the 9 recollects, gets back around Greg Whitehead here. Whitehead has a better 1 and 2. So he's out of the corner. Greg Whitehead moves up the race line. So there goes Mark Odell. Cam Dario moving back into the race line, has gotten himself back to 18th, so he's gotten the truck worked on quite a bit. John Hammond saving some pace, took fuel only when he came to pit road, so I'm sorry, no, he didn't take fuel on. I think he took right sides only. If he either took fuel or right sides, one of the two, he's in 17th. He's got Brad Dove to track down right now. Dove's going to be in 16th. Roscoe getting around Mr. Church right now. Roscoe trying to hold on. Going to be right there behind the top 3. Kobe Hartung out front, quarter second difference, 70 of 150. It'll be 10 to go at the line for the stage. Drivers really, really putting on a show today. David said, Stryker, John knows I'm messing with him, he'll be there at the end. Yeah, he will. Stryker's entire saving one of those other trucks to pull him around like he does so well. He does. Something that I've been watching is the way that Aaron Smith and Kobe Hartung are going at it. Aaron Smith, 5,800 I-rated driver, is looking for a late entrance, and so is the 14. But an almost identical line. 70 just a little bit lower here. He's going to get a run off the corner. They got a little lap traffic in front. Dirty Air will slow up the trucks as the leaders start to approach. 70 with a later entrance into the corner. 14 was running that line before. Now the 70 all the way down to the bottom, hooking up. And right now, 3 goes to the bottom, gives way to the 14 and the 70. Has some patience happening here, doing a great job. Stryker now back to 1.67, 6 second difference as Nathan Biggert holds on to 4. John Ross, top 5 night for him, gets around the 1. Coulter Jr. will be a lap down as he tries to go back to work, wants to stay in the lucky dog, but like I said, look at these stages to find drivers off the lead lap. Balsamo, who is already 2 laps down, trying not to be a 3rd lap down, is going to be right in front of the leaders as the 9 in front of him. Mark Odell going to stay on the lead lap in 19th. Hartung in tow. Aaron Smith there, 74 of 150. 14 may have to decide to take the inside or the outside lane. 10's going to be in front of him. 14 will go to the inside. 70 will be there. The draft for the 70. 14 up into the corner. Just to slide up. 70 is going to be there. 14 into the corner. 70 to the bottom. 70 out of the throttle a lot more smoothly here because of the way he was able to get into the corner right behind the 14. 70 to the outside. 14 to the bottom. Drivers to work the corner. 9 there. 70 is going to be able to be 3 wide here. Mark Odell. 70 is going to have the run off. Ooh, good battle. 5 to go at the line. 14 to the outside. 70 to the inside. Aaron Smith trying to take over the lead. 14 will run it down. Be side by side with the 70. Look at that run right there. 70, 14. 14 up near the wall. 14 trying to clear. Hartung down to the bottom. Aaron Smith to clear here. This is a truck. This is a track. Caution comes out. Aaron Smith, your race leader. He's going to take the stage. Anthony Shook having an issue. So caution comes out. 4th one for incident, but that'll also end the stage because we were at stage end. We were within stage end, and Aaron Smith will take it. So Aaron Smith knocking it out of the park, making a pass when it mattered. And there's the man. Do not see Aaron in Discord at the moment, so we won't be able to talk to that driver. From Hollywood. Hollywood, South Carolina, by the way, folks. Hollywood, South Carolina. I know it's hard to see on there, but he's there. Aaron Smith knocking it out. 10 for a round. They'll rack him, stack him, re-rack him. They're going to come. Mark Odell will be your lucky dog. You'll be able to come in, take a little pit stop with the leaders, be back on the lead lap. Greg Whitehead is off the lead lap. Coulter Jr. as well. Donnell Williams looking for a free pass here. Isaac, I don't know if he's going to stay out. He last came out on 41. Might see an opportunity here. Jerry Culver, your race leader, getting credit for a lap led here. Aaron Smith wins the race off pit road as Kobe Hartung find himself in second. Stryker's going to be in third. John Ross in fourth. Now you give Aaron Smith some clean air, and that'll change some things. Jerry Culver is going to stay out here. But to watch what line you're getting at. He was inside the top 10. And I don't know if he's just trying to save a set of tires. I mean, the drivers keep it on 30. You can run something like 50 or 60 laps on fuel.
Whether or not I can't disclose it, but we are not sure if we want to short pit or half it.
Well, I tell you what, you got some talent in front of you and you got some talent behind you. Good luck on the restart here, and look forward to seeing what happens by the end of the race. Keep it clean, though.
Appreciate it, bud. Thank you.
Always. That's Mark Morton there, folks. He is our driver spotlight of the week and doing a great job of holding himself together out there. First race for the Chop Shop Racing Series. And he's had a great day so far, so we look forward to seeing what he's going to be able to do. He does have his, I guess he has a teammate to the inside there, so he's going to be nice and ready to rock and roll. Final stage. We're on our way to 150, folks. We'll go with him. Big checkup on the straightaway there. About it. Green flag. Jerry Culver giving up the lead. There's Kobe Hartung to the bottom. He takes back over. And right now, Stryker right there to the bottom side as well. Mark Morton making a move. Be right there, top 4 night. Ross closing back into distance, 52, rolling the corner as well. Top 3 night for the 52 would be great to be able to be inside the, the broadcast booth again. Nashville underway for the final stage here. Kobe Hartung got stage 1 win, and right now Aaron Smith has been the strong one all race long. Roberge working his corner, has the 68 in front of him. 98 able to take tires, a full set this time, so he's going to have an extra set, I do believe, if something were to happen. 98, 75, 80 right there in tow. Ooh, 3 wide. Jerry Culver giving way to the drivers with new tires here. Right now, Roberge to the outside of the 75. John Hammond trying to make himself less scarce right now. Devin Asuda in the 45 rebounding. First Toyota in the field. Cam Dario in 18th here. He's got the truck worked on quite a bit, so he's got the truck rolling. Joseph Thompson having an issue. He's coming back around. He went off track on his 71. On his 71. He's got about 10 laps to go here, or he's about 10 laps down. He does have the race leader in front of him, or behind him. Coulter Jr., first driver off the lead lap. He's the one battling for the lucky dog spot here. He's got to keep the nose clean, keep the drivers in front of him. The 51, 80. There's the 1. 80 all the way back now to 18th. That is bound to happen. Aaron Smith runs his fastest lap of the race, 31:02. Colby Hartung out front. 85 of 150. 65 laps to go this next time by. And man, what a good race it's been. Going to thank Corey for being the race controller for today's race. Corey's out there not only watching, but he's also the man behind the scenes, keeping these drivers in check, taking very much a great look at what's going on, making sure drivers don't jump the restart, making sure that drivers obey pit road speeding penalties. And if he's got anything, if he sees something go wrong, he's going to take care of them. That's for darn sure. A great job by Corey for being out there, and I do not wish to have his job at all. I like this job. Quarter second now as Colby Hartung leads Aaron Smith in single file racing for the most part, especially inside the top 5. Drivers working on it and working their craft. Folks, if you haven't done so, make sure you hit that like button for me. It goes a long way to help support. If you haven't done so, also follow and share, because I'd love to see it. If you haven't done so as well, when you're out there on Twitch, go donate to, it says Elderheart Incorporated, but that is Mission 22. Their DBA is Mission 22. If you know what Mission 22 is, then you know that's near and dear to my heart. Go and check them out. Make sure that you donate if you can, because that's a huge cause. We got a big goal we want to achieve. It's amazing. So make sure you hit that like out there. Thank you for all the folks out there watching on YouTube, giving us likes out there as well. Thank you to everybody on Facebook doing all the cool things that I'd like to see. And you're all amazing. You're all absolutely amazing. Chris Spencer, give me a like out there as well. I didn't see that earlier, Chris. I'm sorry I missed that. Much love to you, man. We like Chris. Chris is good people. Track Racer redefined your gaming admin box. And the Chop Shop Racing Series. Holding on for everything that's good. Nathan Biggert back up to 6th here. He gets around Daniel Dow here. Only one off 2 from the start of the race, but don't count out Daniel. Daniel's fast. Got a little right side damage, but it seems to be less impactful, especially if they just hit the quarter panel. And a little right rear damage as well. That truck might be a little tight. The drivers don't necessarily complain about that as much as they would a smack to the direct front. You see that right side right there on here on the gyro cam, the air vent kind of hopped up, so he's got a lot of airflow that's going not only across the engine, but it's going directly smack dab on that windshield, so it makes the truck a little tighter. He has to more wheel it and turn it in than anything else. This is a tire eating track, and you can see just how getting down to the bottom of that race line, if you put your tires below that yellow line, you have a tendency to have a chance to go around. Right behind him, Daniel. That's Daniel. The double lot having a great race. 993 on the I rating, and he's inside the top 10, doing a phenomenal job here. Leroy coming off pit road. He got the truck fixed, so he's going to try to gain another spot or two. Sam Benson, the driver here, he took all 44 minutes. So Leroy coming out, he's on lap 28. He can gain a couple of spots here on drivers who have yet to finish. And we'll show you that on the ticker. You'll see the drivers scroll across the top there. 42 coming off pit road. Now, you know that he wanted to have a better start to the race, and well, especially when a new season comes out and new drivers, new league, everybody kind of gets organized. I mean, this has been a great race if you think about it. 26 drivers still out there running. We only have about 8 drivers out of the race, and that's kind of a big deal. You think about this, we've had 4 cautions, 4 incident. 1 did end the stage, and then the other one was right at. Of course, we've had 5 cautions total, 4 for incident, 1 for stage. But one of the cautions for incident were at stage end. So it makes these drivers might prove me right here. We'll see what happens. Aaron Smith closing back down the distance. Stryker having to reach out and have that long run race pace. 97 of 150. Drivers thinking about when they're going to have to come to pit road. You know, they're talking about it between their teams and all the discords. It makes a deal. It makes a big difference in what's going to happen here and where the drivers are going to have that pit. Caution does come out first for something here. I'm not quite sure. I think maybe a driver went sideways. I'm not quite sure. Here's a look. We're going to put this out here. Something happened here. Let's go to the blimp view. It says crashes. Somebody went sideways. Oh, there it is. Looks like that was the 4 of Anthony Shook here. He far chased this and backed this up. So 5th caution of the race. 4 incident. 51 was there to the outside. 4 on the inside. It's Cam Dario and Anthony Shook. Anthony right here. Oh, a little net code. 51. And some net code there between the two. They should never have touched. It was a whole lot of net code. Not like even a little bit. That was a whole lot of net code. So John Hammond to pit road. Roberts, Dove, Caffrey. Drivers might be trying to make it on fuel here. They can make it on fuel, I do believe. This could be the last pit stop of the race. Aaron Smith coming to pit road. Colby Hartung staying out. Stryker Morton, John Ross, Nathan Biggert. All these drivers staying out. Quite possibly might be thinking that there might be another caution that may happen here. And if it does, then they're going to come to pit road and they're going to get it. A lot of these drivers coming in, just taking fuel, taking a splash, filling the cars up, and getting things taken care of. John Hammond definitely coming in. There's Cam Dario on pit road. Is going to get the right side worked on again. He was there to the outside. The 4 was on the inside. It was some net code. There shouldn't have been anybody having to claim that one, but hey, it happens. Net code on my eyes, and hopefully you folks saw what I saw. Caution comes out, Dark Horizon Fishing, 5th caution of the race, and chances for drivers to have a couple of more cautions. We'll see what happens. They could run about 10 or 15 laps here. Another caution comes out. You might see these front 10 drivers come down pit road. Aaron Smith took fuel only. So he at least is saving a set as well. John Hammond, Chris Roberts, Brad Dove, Michael Caffrey, all those drivers coming in, taking fuel and maybe a set. Maybe getting some things worked on. Coulter Jr. coming back around. He is back on the lead lap, so he's coming to pit road. He was your lucky dog. So fortunate circumstances for him. Jerry Culver coming to pit road as well. He's going to be a driver that's going to be able to keep himself back on the lead lap as well. Anthony Shook left pit road, got himself worked on. He's going to be just fine. He'll be on the lead lap. Greg Whitehead would be your lucky dog next time by if we were to get a caution. 50 laps to go at the line. It was 5 foot of net code. You ain't lying. Should never have happened. Folks, if you want to know what I'm having for dinner, I'm having gluten-free venison lasagna. That's what I'm having. All right. Chances for everything. Coulter holding on to everything he can, trying to stay as long as possible here. Should be leaving pit road now. Yeah, he gets a lot of that taken care of. Nice job by him. 47 of Brandon Bledsoe coming out and getting a couple of more spots. Isaac Balsamo up to 27th. Is going to be out of the race now. Robert Church out of the race. Carlton Hendry out of the race. Leroy is on the racetrack. Yeah, he is. He's got enough here. Leroy could actually... He's going to make up one spot to 29th. He's got enough laps. He could pass Robert Church and Isaac Balsamo. Quite possibly. No, not enough to pass Isaac Balsamo, but he can at least get back to where, or pretty close to where he started. So Mark Redkin in on pit road here as well. He's getting some more taken care of. Kobe Hartog's going to be out front as we get ready to go back to green flag racing here at Nashville Superspeedway. Week 1 of the second season for the Chop Shop Racing Truck Series here on Tuesday nights here at Signature Esports. And these trucks are mean and aggressive and absolutely just amazing. They're just amazing. That's what can I say? Green flag. 6th caution, 5th for incident, 1 for stage. They might be able to make it work here. We'll see. 14 out front. Striker's going to be in second. They move down the back straightaway. Mark Morton, our spotlighted driver, he is having a run right now. He's got his teammate John Ross right behind him. They work as you see the straightaway working. Watch him get ready to get in the corner here. You'll see the turn in as a late apex gets himself into the corner here. Trying to see even up the race line, gets himself up next to it. That's exactly what you want to see out of the driver. And if you want to see what he sees, well, let's just go to that view and show you what he sees. Drivers carrying great race pace right now, all the way down to the bottom of the race line, able to still hold on. These drivers really haven't broken in their tires yet. We're going to see exactly what they're going to be able to do. Big like out there from Eric Norowski. Eric, thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you. Good run, straight away. A little loose, a little free. Saw that happening just a little bit there. All good to go. All good to go. Spotlighted driver, Mark Morton, A-Class Oval, 31 wins, 105 top fives, 1641 laps led. I rated a 1526. And had a rough patch. I was looking at his stats. He had a rough patch last week. So the safety rating's a little bit down. He's working on that. He looks like he's a pretty safe driver. I mean, he's been pretty patient throughout this whole thing. Crazy to see. Nathan Biggert behind the 44. Holding on to a good race pace. There's Robert. She's going to be up 26 so far. Aaron Smith back here still trying to work on his, I think he might be saving here. Caffrey right behind him. Oh, Kimmett on 98. Aaron Smith on older tires. John Hammond moving up through the field here. As he and Robert are on brand new tires, said, you know what, we can make it to the end. If this thing runs green, we got a shot at this. That's exactly what they're doing. Robert, Hammond, 1-2. 43 laps to go. Aaron Smith has enough fuel, but does he have the tire right now? 77 of Michael Caffrey in front of him. Trying to get himself inside the top 10. 4 drivers inside the top 10 who came to pit road prior or on that stage. Trying to take advantage of it. Right now, there's Brad Dove as well. He came out on 98. Tires and fuel for that driver. How about Chris Roberts to the lead here very quickly. 14. Going to give the line to him. Knows they have new tires. 75 up the race line. Rob, giving us a like. Thank you, sir. Eric, thank you again. Chris Roberts out front. John Hammond in second. Kobe Hartung is going to drop here. Going to watch Jerry Culver and Brad Dove. They're working at 52 under fire from the 80. Now, a reminder, caution comes out here in the next 10 laps. This is going to be a whole different ball game. 52 to the inside, 01 to the outside. 52 giving a little bit of patience, a little bit of pace here. As Chris Roberts able to extend over John Hammond. Colby Hartung there. Brad Dove trying to close into the 14. Brad Dove going around Stryker. Jerry Culver in 6th. Roberts, 4/10 of a second difference. Roberts is a fast driver too. Clean Air makes you adjust your race line, though. You have to kind of adjust your race line because, well, let's just face it, you need to drive a little bit differently to clear corners differently. Down to the bottom, tires bobble a little bit there. You want to hit it smooth. You don't want to. You see Hammond here closing the distance just a little bit. You want to utilize that line smoothly. The moment that you don't, the worse it's going to be. There's the 80 to the inside of the 14. Jerry Culver driving down. There's the 25 of Brad Dove to 3rd. Culver coming up. Hartung is going to be in 5th. Stryker's going to be in 6th. Nathan Biggert in 7th. Michael Caffrey on the move, the old 77, giving himself a good look here. And right now, this is all that you can do to hold on and wait. And right now, the 70 trying to get around some of these drivers, at least get himself a race lap or two. Mark Odell has got a damaged truck, but he's able to make this happen. Got a front end nose that looks all busted. 50 seconds of repairs for the 40 or for the 4 here. Anthony Shook at a stop at the tail end of that. He might be able to make up some ground here. A lot of these drivers still need to come to pit road. They're not going to be able to make it on fuel. Colby Hartung not going to be able to make it. There's too much at stake. 1.3 miles in length on a mile and a half track. You run about 40 to 45 laps, and that's your fuel cycle. On a 1.3 mile track, 52 laps is very doable. They went back to green flag racing at 103, so that means that they're going to have to run 47 green flag laps here. If it stays green, this is a race. That move was the move that changed the entire race. Colby Hartung sitting around 5th spot here as Michael Caffrey trying to save some tire here for the end of the race. He's a Road Series kind of ringer here. Aaron Smith up to 7th. 32.17 his last lap. Smith trying to work the back corner. And mind you, Aaron can extend his race here just a little bit, and he'll be just fine. He can extend his race line. He's running a 32.17, or your race leader just ran a 31.77. And is doing great, doing phenomenal things right now. If Chris needs to maintain his pace, Hammond just ran a 32.2. And I wonder if he had to check up his corner. It looks like he might have some right side for the first time. We'll see as he gets in the corner. He does have some right side damage. Brad Dove to 3rd here. The Dove Farm LLC Chevy Silverado starts to work. Ford leads once again with 34 laps to go this time by. 12 on the high side. Roberts to clear. That's Joseph Thompson still trying to get more spots. Roscoe's back here as well. Roscoe about 5 or 6 laps down right now. Whitehead a lap down in 20th. Let's throw up the ticker for you so you can see where your favorite drivers are. The 7 of Roscoe in 22nd right now. Donnie's going to be right there where Greg Whitehead is. He's about 3.3 off of Greg Whitehead. The top 20 for Donnie is important here, and he can try to get that lap back right now. Look at everybody following me on TikTok as well. If you didn't know, I'm on TikTok. Just search for Signature Esports, and you'll see my weird little look. You'll see my icon. You'll like some of those videos. I'm trying to figure out how to do more. That is something that I do want to do. I want to be able to do more. I always find the right... I do find good content to be able to do that. It's just... well, I mean... Let's just face it. I'm good at making iRacing content and gaming content. TikTok's kind of a little bit different. Morton to pit road. At a certain point, you got to commit. At a certain point, you got to say, all right, I've got to be able to drive around this racetrack. I've got to be able to catch up. With 31 laps to go this next time by, it's a decision. So Mark coming to pit road, he's going to take his fuel and tires. He's going to go a lap down to the first driver off the lead lap. And now's where these drivers who are committing to pit road have to determine whether or not their race is going to be made to be able to get back around these drivers. It's not impossible, but it is something to think of. Aaron Smith ran a 32.08 last time by. Robert's 32.26. Roberts may have to save a lap or two of fuel. So does John Hammond. Brad Dove in third. And Aaron Smith trying to track them all back down. Right now, the 01, the 88. 88 got himself back around. 32.3, 32.62. Aaron Smith, 32.18. Odell, 32.57. Robert still just as fast. And right now, Hammond may have to think about closing. The fall off on this track is huge. Now, Aaron Smith, over the last 5 laps, he's there to the inside of the 01. Look at his last 5 lap times. About as consistent as one could ask. 32.156, 32.177, 32.119, 32.079, 32.176. This time a little slower because he had to get around a couple of drivers. 32.629. Still trying to have a top 5 night. About a second and a half off from the drivers in front of him. But that just gives an opportunity for some of the other drivers like Chris Roberts, who have about a 4 or 5 second lead right now, to get himself back around. Hammond going to have Brad Dove and Culver up into the wall. Jerry Culver needs to keep it out of the wall if he wants a top 5. Needs to keep it safe, tight out of the corner. And sometimes when you get clean air, what you do is you run too hard. And you don't want to run too hard. You want to even that pace out, even those tires out, because the drivers behind you, they're coming. Those who can save tires, they're coming. Colby Hartung, keep it on 77. He's got to think about fuel. Aaron Smith should be just as good on fuel as the rest of the drivers. So a top 5 night could be in the bag for him, but Stryker needs to come in as well. John Ross, they might be trying to save fuel. We'll see. Mark Odell to work around John Ross here. Mark Odell rebounding from the early issues here. Has to keep his nose out of the back bumper of any of these drivers, because one little lick the wrong way and that truck could blow up. Daniel Down, the 21. Chris Roberts here. Folks, send me your videos. I want to see your iRacing replays. I want to get in there. Don't want to call the race. If there's an incident, you want somebody to take some fresh eyes at it or put some exposure out there on it, send it to me. I would gladly do it. I have a video that when I was working on the overlays last night, that I went into an ARCA race, and on that ARCA race, somebody tracked down the guy who was the lucky dog and wrecked him. Intentionally wrecked him. And I want to show you folks that. So you will probably see me go live and talk about that. Or not go live. You'll probably have to keep an eye out for YouTube and keep an eye out on TikTok and all the shorts for a video about that. It was insane to watch. I have to cut it up in segments because there's a lot happened over the course of the race. So I'll cut up in segments and show you guys. Look forward to that. But send me your iRacing replays. I want to get out there and I want to take a look at them and give you my honest opinion. Brad Dove to second, John Hammond in third, Aaron Smith back up to fifth now as he clicks on that long run race pace and says, let's go get it. Kobe Hartung back to sixth, needs to track down Aaron Smith one more time. Caffrey ran a 32.6, has better tires than Aaron Smith, but Aaron, again, saving here, saving as much as he can, has a different race line, and the tight air not working the same kind of advantage. There's John Hammond up here. He's going to have to try to hold off those drivers when they get moving forward. 23 laps to go. Track Racer gives you your 25 lap to go segment here on iRacing. Redefine your gaming. Go to trackracer.com. Use Shop as your reference there and save yourself a little bit. Help out the league. They make a little bit, not very much, but they make a little bit of money doing it. I encourage you to do it because, well, they're awesome. Some of the best rigs out there. They're amazing. 5-second lead, and Roberts is saying, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. That's exactly what's happening. Is Aaron Smith downshifting? He is. I wondered. Aaron Smith downshifting. I thought he did this last time he came here. Aaron's into the corner, downshifts. And that's why he's getting the exit he is. That's how he's able to run the laps he is. That's exactly what's going on. I wondered. I mean, I downshifted this track. And he is catching John Hammond. Can Stryker make back up the time? Jerry Culver in eighth. Culver got into the wall earlier, was inside the top three. Stryker backs up the corner, gets back into the corner. Hammond to Aaron Smith. Aaron Smith closing down. 3.5 seconds. 20 laps to go. Lap traffic between the 98. Aaron Smith utilizing his knowledge of the truck here. Able to save tire and now utilizing the shifting that you can do with these trucks to get yourself rolling. And right now, John Hammond right there with Aaron Smith. A top three night for John would have been great here, and you see the launch the 70 gets, and that is exactly what he's doing. And I am surprised to see that other drivers aren't doing this. 70 is going to make the pass on the 75 here. And you watch the 75 have to go back to it. Aaron Smith gets into the corner, drops into the corner. And now the 75 is going to have to listen. He needs to listen ahead of him. There it is. Now that the 70 has gotten around him, he heard it. I think he might have heard it. He might have heard the trick. He's got better tires. Just has to get back into it. Has to figure out when that shift point is as we hear Aaron Smith work on it. Aaron to the bottom side. Going to track down Brad Dove. Brad Dove. 18 laps to go. Roberts 32.63. 32.27 was Aaron Smith's last lap. $32.25 last time by. Brad sees Aaron Smith in his rearview mirror. I don't think Brad is going to give up anytime soon. John having to figure out how to drive the race line here. Brad Dove and Aaron Smith. Aaron to the bottom side, to the high side. Bumps the 3 here. 3 just trying to give way. 25 there. 25 to the high, to the bottom side. 7's going to be able to roll the high side. 25 on the bottom side here, allowing these lap cars to be a pick. 7 way up the race line. 7's going to be back into the corner. 25 to the bottom. 70 can make the pass on the high side here. Battle for second as such. Aaron Smith to the bottom side. Brad Dove doing all he can to hold on. But Aaron Smith with all the talent in the world. 3 seconds to go. 15 laps to go. And Roberts needs to get around, put as much lap traffic between he and Aaron Smith that he can, and start working on shifting. Because that's what Aaron Smith's doing. Hammond, 4th. Caffrey in 5th. Brad Dove, 32.9 on the last lap. 32.36 for Aaron Smith. Roberts, 32.41. Able to clear some time here, but Aaron Smith is hard charging right now. The 2 biggest mover of the race. 1 and 2 right now. Some lap traffic making it difficult for Roberts. Coulter on the high side. Roberts needs to drop into the corner. He needs to clear traffic a lot more quickly and a lot more cleanly, because I'm going to tell you this much. Aaron Smith, that last time by, gained 0.4 of a second. And I tell you what, Chris has got to be thinking ahead and looking ahead, saying, hey, I need you guys to let me have some clean race line. I've got a leader coming. 12 to go at the line. Hartung to pit road, running out of fuel, needs to come in and get that gas. Hartung back to 14th. Roberts, 2 seconds the gap now. 32.7 for the last lap. Aaron Smith, 0.4 of a second faster than the field. All except for Michael Caffrey. Caffrey figured out the race. 1.5 second the difference. Roberts, don't you dare give up. Give yourself that opportunity. 10 laps to go. And the chase is on. Down to the bottom side he goes. Going to have to run up the race line. He's going to have to run the fastest laps of his life. Aaron Smith behind. As the 69, 98 there. To the bottom side, 69 clear. 98 just could not clear lap traffic. Aaron Smith's going to catch him. 10 to go, 9 to go here very soon. And Aaron Smith, just smoother. I want to look at his lap times after the race because, man, he's ran 32 2s and 32 3s for like the last 20, 25 laps. 32.63 for Roberts. Smith, 32.29. Brad Dove to 3rd. Hammond trying to work back around here. Caffrey's there. Michael Caffrey working on it. Anthony Shook in that 4 spot. He's got new tires. Says, let me around here. But you have a battle for 3rd here with all of these drivers all in the mix. Roberts trying to hold on to a little bit more. Aaron Smith, 0.6 of a second. 8 laps to go. The race for the lead and the race for 3rd. Hammond to the outside. Caffrey trying to roll. Oh, they're into each other. What in the absolute world? Hammond getting bulldozed to the outside. Roberts tried to extend. Smith with a better line. 7 to go. You can't cross the yellow line, and he did. Smith crossed the bottom. The yellow line is off limits. You can't cut the race course. I heard that in the race. I think Grijalva said it. Don't cut the race line. Campbell on and off track. Something happened with Christopher Campbell. He's cutting the race line. Nobody in this whole race has cut the race line, and Aaron Smith is cutting the race line. He did it twice. You're kidding me. I thought the yellow line ruler was on here, folks. Smith to the back bumper of the 98. '88 there, 98 there. Three-tenths of a second difference now. 5 laps to go to before this time by. Don't get me wrong, Smith had the race line regardless. Just don't, I heard it. I mean, that's why they have a pre-race briefing here for the drivers. Aaron Smith to the outside of the 98, 98 to the bottom side, 70's going to rock it in. Going to have the race line cooked off here. That's exactly what's going to happen. Here's the run he gets. Just to the back bumper of the 98. And trying to take over the lead here. 3 to go. So Smith to the outside. Going to clear the 98 here. 98 trying to fight back. Have to downshift and get around this guy. Smith on the outside, Robert's on the inside. Aaron Smith. Takes over the lead, and that's heartbreaking. Fuel only stop, be able to take care of the tires. Does so. Final lap here at Nashville. And Aaron Smith questionably cut the racetrack. I don't know if he slowed up to try to give him back the time, but it doesn't matter. At a certain point, get warned by race control the first time. Second time is another situation. But that's what I heard in the race before. But Aaron Smith's going to be unofficially the race winner here. The Chop Shop Racing Series. Chris Roberts with a hard fight, doing a great job here. Finishes in second. He's the winner in my book. Brad Dove is going to finish third. Hammond will finish fourth. Caffrey down off pit road here. Something happened to Caffrey. He got sent. He is dropping spots here. What happened to Caffrey? What in the world happened? This is at the end of the race. Bar chased this one. Here's a look. Oh, the 77. Something happened to Caffrey here. Caffrey's on the outside. Drops in. 25 gets in and turns Caffrey. And Caffrey hadn't even finished the race yet. Whoa. Man, and I thought Caffrey, man, unfortunate there. Wow. Caffrey is going to be, we'll have to take a look here. Let's empty all this out real quick. Here's your race results. That's qualifying results. Here's your race results here. Aaron Smith, the winner. Roberts, Dove, Hammond, Culver. Your top five: Odell, Caffrey, Ross, Biggert. Caffrey finishes 7th, a lap down because of that incident. But Caffrey was on the lead lap when he was coming around. I don't know. That's not up to me. Ross, Biggert, Strickland, your top 10. Hartung, Morton, Coulter Jr. The double lot finishes in 14th. Dow in 15th. Ham finishes in 18th. Let's move on down here. Campbell, 7 finishes in 22nd. Dario finishes in 25th. And hard race. 7. Sam Benson, who's your pole sitter, finishes 122 laps down. It's going to be in 31st. Let's talk about it. Let's talk to your race winner. It's going to be Aaron Smith here, who welcome back to, of course, Chop Shop Racing. Question though, cutting the racetrack there, the yellow line rule, was that a thing? Because I had heard prior to the start of the race, that was that you couldn't go below the yellow line.
Yeah, they said that, and then in the drivers' meeting in the session, they said that you could cut down there as long as you didn't wreck anybody. So I kind of, I hoped that was the actual rule there. So I kind of used it to shortcut the track a bit. I didn't think that made that much of a difference though. So hopefully I'm not going to get black flagged for that here once we're all said and done. But that was a heck of a race.
You're the only driver I saw do it all race long, and when I saw it, it took me by surprise because I was like, no, warn him. And it did make a difference. It definitely made a difference, of course. But what really made the difference was you're the first person that I saw downshifting on the long run. And first and foremost, the decision to come in to get fuel was the most important thing on 98 because now we have 6 drivers on the lead lap with the race being determined by that final pit stop.
Yeah, I mean, I saw all those guys take tires, and I was hoping we get another caution because I only took fuel there to try to make it to the end on the guys who had been racing up at the front. But they blew by me there at the start. I thought it was over for me. I thought I'd be lucky to get a top 10, but started passing cars left and right, and got to the leader and passed him too. So fortunately, we were able to have a clean race for the win there, and we kept the truck clean.
I was toting you, regardless of the rule there, only because I wanted to ask. If I don't ask, then I'm the devil's advocate because I'm like, oh, what happened? But I was toting you earlier. I said, Aaron Smith's somebody to contend with at called races, not only leagues with you, and before you and I are familiar with each other. So I know your racing style, I know your long run race pace. I know that you have the talent to get out there and knock it out of the park. It was not a surprise to kind of see just barely get out of the top 10 and then start passing drivers and utilizing your race knowledge to get yourself out there. I mean, you got a ton of talent. So regardless of what happens, you still had the talent to win today. I mean, you were gonna, regardless if you cut it or not. I mean, 5 laps to go, you start making that pass, and I think you still have the victory here, regardless. So, but a lot of talent. What does it take? And not just being the first win of the season here, but what does it take to maintain a race pace, especially with stages where everything kind of gets stacked back up? You started in the back. You and Chris are both tied for the biggest mover of the race. Where do you have to make those decisions, when to go and how to do that, especially with a big field like today?
Well, I'm not too sure, to be honest with you. I didn't mean to start in the back, like you said, but I wrecked twice in my qualifying laps. But you really have to find a rhythm. You don't want to wear that right front off too much or too early in the run there. But I did a good job with that in the first run. I got lucky with that wreck on lap 1, past 16 trucks, then kind of sat in line and waited for the trucks to start running up high and running their stuff off. But kept it glued to the line to the best of my ability and saved the tires just enough to get up through the field there. And that's all there was to it.
I said, mark my words, you were going to be a contender, and that's exactly it. Aaron, congratulations on a victory here. Regardless of how it works out, I have to say unofficially, just because they'll clarify the rule and they'll tell you, and it's all good. But I mean, I still think you win. It's not. I mean, yes, cutting the track. Yes, he dropped below the yellow line. Yes, it was yes to there. But the last I had heard on clarification in the pre-briefing was, you can't drop below the yellow line. But hey, if they said it in the race and that was behind the scenes, that's on them. That's not on me. So now I know. But first and foremost, man, welcome back.
Yeah, thank you. It's been a while.
It has. What have you been up to?
Nothing much. Just been winning more races. Just
See
that's
that.
about it.
I see your iRating. Holy cow, man! You've been on the move. But first and foremost, give your shout outs. It's your time. Give your shout outs, man.
Yeah, I'd like to thank all the folks at Chop Shop for having me this season. A lot of new names in this field. I'm certainly looking forward to getting acquainted with them over the course of the season. But I'd like to thank you for broadcasting and all the folks for watching. Looking forward to getting back at it wherever we are next week.
Iowa. Going to Iowa.
Oh man. All right. I don't like Iowa, but we should have a solid shot there.
You got a lot of talent in the field, and today you rose to the top, my man. I'll see you next week. Welcome back.
All right. Thank you.
That's Aaron Smith, your race winner. Let's talk to the guy who led the majority of the last portion of this one, trying to figure out that long run race pace, trying to figure out what he could do. Chris Roberge, the man, the myth, the legend. He didn't get the big top spot as far as the race win, but you did tie for the biggest mover of the race.
Yeah, that was a tough, long race. I just had to take it easy. I just don't know how the tires is, because that's my first time racing with these trucks. I haven't practiced that much. Everything's all great. I had a good fun. It was a good fun race.
Aaron was downshifting on old tires. Believe it or not, that whole run he just did there was on old tires. And I know that you had to battle a little bit there. What drew you back? I mean, he was downshifting, running consistent laps. Were you downshifting? Were you trying that maneuver, or was it just kind of too free for you?
No, I don't want to take a chance with downshifting, just in case I might lose on the corner if I downshift too early or too late, and I will get pretty slow getting off the exit. So I just don't want to take a chance.
It makes sense. So he was catching him. Chris, dude, P2 finish, P2 in points. You led some laps. You've got some bonus points. What's it like to start out this well at a track that you weren't as familiar with?
Yeah, kind of surprising too. So the first couple for a few laps before the first stage, I just want to take it easy. That's what was in the back. Take it very easy. Avoid the big, huge, giant wreck on turn 3 and 4, I think it was. Trying to avoid them, so I did. That's why it took a long time. And then I just took it really easy most of the race.
Well, taking it easy and coming in at the right time. You came in for tires and fuel on 98, and that was the ultimate decision there.
Yes. I was falling behind John, so I would just want to say I better go in to just take a gamble. I had a set of tires left just in case we do have a yellow, so at least I have a spare set. So if there was a chance, a yellow, I will take it.
I tell you what, you did, and a great job for you, Chris. Congratulations on a P2 finish, man. Give your shout-outs.
Yes, a big shout out to Shop Racing for letting me race with these guys. They're a wonderful family. Thanks for Sensor Esports for greatest broadcast here. Thanks for other guys here from the Stability Racing I'm in with. They've been watching too. My family been watching me with the godson and all that he's already 4 weeks and 2 days now. And big huge support from my wife.
Love it. Chris, congratulations, man. I'll see you the rest of the week.
Yep. See you later.
That's the 98 P2, nicest Canadian you'll ever meet. Let's talk to the guy who sponsors my white flags, the Dove Farm LLC. Chicka chicka boom boom guy finishes third. Gotta ask, Caffrey and you at the very end of that, just a little tap. I know you were downshifting, and I noticed way too late that Aaron Smith was downshifting, but it made sense on his thing. And all that happened there was a little downshift getting into the corner, and
Nope,
Caffrey was
never
downshift.
downshift.
You didn't? Somebody
I didn't
downshifted.
downshift the whole race. I got on the brake real early, and I knew he was going to throw it in there hard on the outside. Like, we were having a good battle, and he threw it in hard on the outside. I got on the brake, and it just, the nose didn't want to turn and went right toward him. It's a racing deal there. I couldn't do much.
It's unfortunate, but hey, you know, as long as you guys can squash that afterwards.
That'll be settled later.
Yeah,
I guarantee there's payback coming.
I mean, hey, you know what? You guys made the right decision, and this was today's race. I mean, the 6 drivers that finished on the lead lap here, all came in. 7 drivers on the lead lap. Well, Caffrey actually went a lap down, I think is what it shows, but it all came to pit road. You all came to pit road when it mattered.
Yeah, it was all about strategy. You know, early on, I saved that in the first stage. I was lucky to get top 8 in first stage. Second stage, I just threw away. I stayed on the old set. Car felt really good in the long run, you know. And then that last run, I kind of pushed it too hard. I think I had something for Chris if I didn't push it, because in that first long run we did, I was kind of catching him, and John was falling off a little bit more, so I kind of gauged on them too, and based off that, it was a fun race. You know, good top 3. I'll take it.
Starting the first race of the season off with a good momentum move. So you're moving forward. You're going to have Iowa next. You're going to have these tracks where sometimes decision making is going to be the ultimate. It's going to be the ultimate. I say ultimate decision. It's kind of, for lack of a better word, it's going to be the bottom line. You're going to have to make the right choice when to come to pit road and when you don't, especially with the way the stages hold out. And today worked out for you. Dove Farm LLC, tell people about that real quick, since we don't get to chat very much, and I didn't get to have you on for that.
Well, we're a long-haul trucking and beef cattle operation. We operate out of the state of New York, upstate. We're also a custom harvesting crew. We combine corn, soybeans, and stuff like that. We farm about 3,000 acres total. So we're not small, but we're not huge either.
They're just right. They're like the baby bear of the situation.
That's right.
I like it. Dove Farm LLC, folks. You can find them on Facebook. You can go check out their Facebook page. Awesome trucks. They've got a whole lot of a whole lot out there that'll be there to help out. You'll be able to see more with them. Whatever we have their banner and all that stuff working like the caution light does, and a lot of work to still do on that one. But man, I tell you what, it was a good one. But Brad, P3 finish, Iowa next week, more races this week. Give your shout outs.
I would like to first thank you for broadcasting, Chop for hosting the race. I'd also like to thank my brother for allowing me to have a sim rig. You know, he kind of helped me out with a little extra money. You know, it's nice. I upgraded my steering wheel and pedals back in December, so just finally got used to them. I think we'll have some decent runs this season. I'm appreciative of my family, and that's all.
All right, Brad, we'll see you later on this week.
Thank you.
That's it, Brad Dove, the 25, digging out there. Ask him about a pup in the background. Oh yeah, Eric, I'm sorry, I missed that one. We will the next time he is in. We'll talk about his dogs more, because that would be more interesting. David says, get him, it's supposed to remind Jerry Culver to go to the store and get some milk after the race. Jerry, God. I love it. Y'all are amazing, folks. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Aaron Smith knocking it out of the park. Regardless of what was going on, I get a little heated, and I'm a big race fan. And what I'd heard was don't go below the yellow line. And remember, I'm a fan at heart, and I call these races with a lot of passion. And so I want to see Chris win. Aaron was coming. He was downshifting. He was utilizing that skill. He was doing everything right to be able to do that safe tire, get himself back up front. His fall off was about 1.5 seconds from his best lap to his last lap. Robert's was about 1.7, 1.8. So that shows the difference over the course of the long haul. So, ton of fun. Chop Shop will be back Friday and Saturday. Winston Throwback Series is not on Wednesday. We're going to have the NASCAR Throwback Series on Wednesdays coming up here at the end of the month. I believe they're recruiting as well. And then we should be a Tuesday, Wednesday broadcast after the playoffs of the Chop Shop Next Gen and Xfinity Series, which are on Friday and Saturday. So a lot of things changing, but I'm changing the way I look and the way I do things for the iRacing broadcasts because I want to have the cool stuff and I want to make sure things look great and look the way that I want it to. So, it's a work in progress, right? It's a good work in progress. Aaron Smith knocks it out of the park, folks. Be good, be safe, be kind to one another. Chop Shop Racing Truck Series back on Tuesdays. We'll see you in the next one.